Yo, what up YouTube? It's me, Theo, from Insane Dragon Ball. That's right, I'm back, like I never left. I never left. Another spring, another step. Macklemore for you. I've been gone for too long, so I was itching to do a review since I have the day off, which is pretty rare. So I organized that, and I'm very pumped, because I get to share with you my latest figure, which is Jiren. I had that on pre-order for 6 months from my good friend Tim at Omocha Cafe, which he's changed his name to Omocha Japanese Figures, which is very cool. I like it. I like it. So thanks, big shout out to Tim at Omocha Cafe. Anyway, Jiren, very cool character. A couple of new things they've added. Can't wait to show you. I also have a little bonus content of something else that I picked up this week for you. So I hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's get in it and get right to the review. Boom! Here he is, Jiren. Arguably the strongest character in the entire multiverse of Dragon Ball. It is pretty dope, Yeah, alright, I'll cop some hate right now if you want, but I will argue that he's probably the strongest in the whole entire multiverse. Very striking figure. The packaging is excellent with the red background, and we see Jiren on the front here with his Pride Trooper uniform. Leader of the Pride Troopers of Universe. Oh god, I can't even remember. I think it's 11. Don't quote me on that. I know, fan thing, but so much stuff in the franchise to remember. I'm pretty sure it's Universe 11. Alright, so as you can see here, you see Jiren with the stern face, Jiren with a yelling face, and a really angry, hyped up face, which is pretty dope, As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. We've never seen this before with any Tamashii or SH Figuarts figure, but I will show you what they've done with that in due time. As you can see, there's a crossed arms, which is always awesome, very Vegeta-like. Now you got the Tamashii seal of approval. That's how you know it's legit. SH Figuarts Jiren, Dragon Ball Super, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai with Toei Animation. On the side of the box here, you get the cool punching flame effect, which is super dope. I've taken a couple of pictures with that already. Yeah, the, clenched teeth face. The I don't care, I'm stronger than you face. Very cool. Everybody noticed that people who are, characters in Dragon Ball have the super strong have the holes for ears, like Frieza, for example. Awesome, very cool stance there. Very cool powering up stance. Look there, fighting Goku, super modeling. Ooh, master fully created sculpt. I'm looking at this on the phone while I'm doing it. I should just read it from here. There we go. Master fully crafted sculpt accurately depicts the character form in meticulous detail, and that it does. He even has the powered up hand that's about to blast with the fire effect. Very cool. And something we haven't seen before, which I'll save for a little surprise later when I do the accessories, something to do with Goku here. But basically, that's in the bottom of the box. Very cool. I like that. So let's crack it open. Well, out of the packaging, very cool figure, very cool. Obviously, he's in the Pride Trooper uniform, which is always the same, but if we look really close here, let's get a nice close-up. Very good paint apps, second to none on the paint. Very cool muscle sculpt details. Very awesome. You've got a lot of range of motion in this figure. He's a bigger figure, I'll do a comparison later, obviously, because he's a bigger character. Very cool, I like that. It extends on to the shoulder there. And the only problem is, if you have him in a fight pose like this, that doesn't obviously match, but there's nothing they can really do about that, I suppose. But, however, very awesome. Very awesome. Oh, look at that range. That is amazing. We would zoom in right here. Look at the detail. Right in the face there, in the paint in the ear hole. You've got the alien eyes. You don't really know which way he's looking because I don't think those are actually pupils. He's not actually... Aliens are weird. But the paint on the clenched teeth, you can definitely see how white that is. And the slightly purple or fuchsia color. No, so I don't know. And then even the indents in the nose. Very fine details, and the profound brows. Very cool. The indents in the head, obviously, because he's frowning in this one. It is very cool. Nice wide pecs, wide body. Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, you know, got some Arnold Schwarzenegger size lats there. Very cool. Jiren's butt. Legs, you know, Ronnie Coleman legs. Anybody who follows bodybuilding and Mr. Olympia. He could probably win the Olympia, you know. And he's got a bald head, so he'd be like Phil Heath. Talking too much about bodybuilding right now. But, you know, the figure itself, you know, the design is correct to the anime. You know, it's a very plain figure. If anybody hasn't seen it, you know, I know Mike from Cupperad isn't up to this part yet. You know, he'd be like, oh, who's Jiren? Who's this dude? You know what I mean? But once you see him in action, it is pretty amazing. It is pretty awesome. What else can I talk about? I think it's a good time now probably to just go through accessories. All the accessories that come with Jiren. So we have the crossed arms, so very much the same as your Vegeta crossed arms and your Frieza crossed arms. Oop, I had them upside down. Very cool. We have a couple of blast or reaching out hands. Nice details. Very plain, but yeah, obviously the sculpt is there. Obviously because it's just a Pride Trooper uniform. A couple of grabbing hands. No, we have one grabbing hand. How about that? And then we have this hand here. You can go karate chop with that, perhaps. Another one the same. And we have this translucent cool fist, which is like it's heating up, ready to blast fire out of it, which is super dope. Very cool. And we also have the fire blast effect coming from the punch. It looks super cool when it's on. I'll put that on in a minute. But what I was very interested in is when I saw it in the packet. That's how the heads are, and I was like, have they got a new heads peg system? You know, so I actually read the instructions. Yeah, I know. I actually read the instructions for the first time. I was like, what's all this all about? Basically, it's just a storage system to store it easier. I do not know. But basically, if you see this just pops out like so. And basically, that's it. Which makes it easier to port the heads out, and you don't have the little tiny, you know, neck peg hole. I know a lot of people have broken theirs, you know, over time. We're swapping out the heads. So it's as simple as this, everyone. So all we have to do is just wiggle it off. Wiggle it off. There we go. And it's got one of those right in there. And then we can just, it's obviously, it goes on one way only, lines up with that little ridge. Boom. Very easy. Very easy. That is a lot easier. I wish they did something like that for, you know, bigger figures like Broly or, you know, even the regular, they might continue to do that. So that actually there is its own pivot. Like that's the ball joints it's on a ball joint, which is cool, which obviously the head goes on, which I'm very impressed with. Very impressed with. So I guess it's cool. It's a cool time to check out this fire blast pose. So we'll just use this head. Pop that on there. Now you don't have to use this one underneath, but I don't know. I did when I took the photo, but yeah, check that out. Boom, boom. It's super dope. Like look at the translucency. And then the fact that it goes from, you know, your bright orange tone through to the dark red tone. Like, it looks like it's moving. Like, but it is, in fact, still. I know. Probably thinking, yeah, we get it. We get it. Well, this is my video, so be quiet. But one little accessory that I've left out, which I was leaving to last, was this little piece here. Now this is actually a ported hand on Goku's front hairpiece. So I have my Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku right here. Now it just goes, I haven't done this yet, so this is the first time I'm doing it. It goes right there, very cool. I am going to, yeah, pop, take that one off there, pop this one straight in there like so. Like so, cool. Then we have there we go. we have Jiren strangling Goku by the hair. How cool is that? That you might need use of some stands here, people, because the Goku figure is actually quite heavy and not enough to be supported by Jiren's wrist peg. But like, how cool of Tamashii to put that include that. That is just super cool. Like, I saw it when I saw the concept photos, and I was like, oh, that's dope. That's a cool idea for a photo, and I had no idea it was actually going to be an accessory. Like, that is really, really cool. That is awesome. Oh, I suppose now we'll go through articulation for this one. Alright, articulation. So, let's start with the head, as usual. So, you can move thus far. Oh yeah, no, she's got some good range. Got some good range looking either side. Looking up, he can look up that far. That's as far as it will go. You can look down very far. That's cool. That's a bit suggestive. Neck pivot. That yeah, the new peg system inside seems to work quite well, which is awesome. All right, so let's have a look at these butterfly joints. Very cool. Very cool. Lots of range. Lots of range. So you can pop that right out. Bit of a gap there, but there's not too much you could do about that being the size of the figure, etc., except for putting in another shroud, but then when it's fully back, wouldn't really make sense. So I'm not gonna hold him responsible for it, or whatever you want to say. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So we have full 360-degree rotation on the shoulder joints. They're full. You can go up thus far. You can go down, obviously, all the way. 360 swivel at the bicep. These will actually come off both arms to put the folded arms on. And we have double jointed elbows. Very cool. Always standard on these Figuarts. 360-degree on the wrist peg spins. All right, that's pretty easy. So torso articulation. You can go that far, very cool. That's a good range. So you could get it into a superhero landing pose. Superhero. All right. That's a reference to Deadpool, in case anybody didn't realize that. But that's cool how it's got, you know, the paint there, obviously. If it's probably like, it's right there. That's correct. As soon as you go up, obviously, it's going to be a little incorrect. But what can you do about that? That's the part of it. And if you ab crunch forward, so from the side angle, you can go up a lot. And I think this joint here in the pelvic area also helps it go up quite a lot. But yeah, from the side we can go down. He doesn't crunch forward much. It's yeah, the pelvic region here that's hindering it from moving forward, but you know, it's not too bad. So that's that there. We have the legs, so the 2.0 legs now. So it can split out pretty good, which is awesome. And kick up at a 90-degree angle. Is that 90 degrees? Well, it's 90 there. Yeah, cool. Talking out loud. The 2.0 double jointed knees that we all love. Very cool. Now, the feet. We have the little toe hinge. We have ankle pivots one way, which is in, not so much out. And it will move thus far forward and that far up. Not too much range of motion. Not too much. But, you know, if you're a, you know, adept at posing these, you'll know how to get around it, which is pretty cool. All right, time for a size comparison. Height-wise, Jiren stands a little over 6 inches tall. And for all my friends down under on the metric system, which is just about 16 centimeters. That's, you know, next to Goku. He is bigger, but, obviously the hair sort of yeah, makes him the same height, if that makes sense. But it is a very big figure. Here he is next to Broly and Full Power Broly. Here he is next to a Tech Deck skateboard and a Gotenks Super Kamikaze Ghost Attack Ghost. And here he is next to Mafex Gwenpool. Okay, now that I've reviewed Jiren, this is bonus content time. So I was very excited to get this in the mail. Check it out. Ta-da! The Gogeta, no copyright infringement, custom head sculpt set. So it's by Demoniacal Fit, which is super duper awesome. Now, obviously, when you buy Gogeta from the Broly movie, it just has the blue head, which is, I'll just show you right here. This one, very cool, with the pearlescent blue hair, which I love, of course. It is very cool. But I waited a month for this sumbitch to come. So you got to learn patience sometimes when it's international shipping. But I love the box. I love the artwork, which is cool. Gogeta custom head sculpt set and some instructions. It is very cool. So I'll just open this for you right now. And yeah, there we have it, right in the packet, all the head sculpts. So I'm actually surprised that they gave a full head sculpt of the base form head, because there is a base form head that comes with the Gogeta set with just a smile face, but we've got a full head here with a stern looking face. The only thing I complain about is, see, they missed a little bit of paint on the eyebrow there, but I can fix that with a Gundam marker. It's not too big of a deal. And cool base form screaming face. That's just awesome. Now, this is what everybody wants to see, but what I wanted to show you. Yeah, that's just a bit. Isn't it beautiful? The sculpt, beautiful. Obviously, it's modeled off the original sculpt, but the paint, like for a third-party company, this is just amazing. This pearlescent yellow paint for the SSJ. That's so cool. And the eyebrows, very clean. Like, apart from this there's like a little bump down there, not a big deal. Like, you'd swear it was legit. And this face here is absolutely amazing. Look at that shine. So cool. Now I'll show you real quick what it looks like on the figure. Here we go. Super duper cool. Like the paint matches perfectly the skin tone. It is awesome. And just even the look from the back with the same yellow shoulder padding and the collar pad, it really sets the figure off, which is super cool. Even though the original Gogeta had the orange shoulder pads, this still looks dope. And he did have this form in the Broly movie. Blink and you'd miss it, I think. But it is cool. Very cool. I'm super happy with it. I recommend you go pick it up if you can. If you're patient enough, just order it today then. Then it'll come faster. That's what I like to do. Order now, and then you just receive it later. Then you forget what you've ordered, and then it's like, woo, something else. Woo, something else. Well, it's, rate and review time of the review. So out of 10, let's say, all right, Jiren. So what can I say about Jiren? Perfect figure, great sculpt. Obviously, it's, just a Pride Trooper uniform, which is cool, very iconic, I don't usually give 10s, so I probably give it either an 8 or a 9. There's nothing wrong with the figure. I like the new stuff that they've added, especially with the interchangeable heads. That makes it a lot easier. So yeah, you know what? I'll give it a 9. Nine's good. Nine's really good. Yeah, Jiren's not my favorite character, so I guess I'm a bit biased, so that's why I'm going at 9. But it is awesome to have. If you can get one, go pick it up. I waited 6 months for this on pre-order, so we all do. We all do that. They've announced a lot of new stuff lately, Tamashi. I think that they have announced the Giant Ape Vegeta, which is going to be huge. I believe they announced it during the Super Bowl. You know, it was one of the ads on the Super Bowl, which is pretty damn cool. And a friend of mine told me that the new mascot for the Olympic Games in Japan 2020 will be Goku. How cool is that? Suck on that, world, if you're not a Dragon Ball fan. You're about to see this orange dude every day of the Olympics. It's gonna be dope. If it's true, you know, I don't know how reliable the source is, you know, so don't quote me on it, but, you know, I hope it's true. It's gonna be cool. Apparently it was either gonna be Pikachu or Goku. And like, I was like, well, Goku's obviously the better choice because he's athletic and it's, you know, the Olympics. And we all train to be like Goku. Well, me, I train to be like Vegeta because he's my favorite character. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching my review. Thank you for your support. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. You can catch me on Instagram at Insane Dragon Ball. Reach 6K followers, man. I want to get to 10. 10. I'll be happy with 10, I think, you know. Well, let's face it, I'm never going to be happy. I just want to keep going and going and going, you know, and providing you all with cool content about my hobby. And that's what keeps me going. It's the fans, if I can call you guys fans. Fans and friends, you know. We've made so many friends over this platform, not YouTube, mainly Instagram. But thanks for your support. I'll see you next time. And remember, stay super. Bye.